Hey everybody, welcome to the Video Game Show. I am Sean. Alright guys, biggest news of the week. Let's start off strong. Oculus Rift was purchased by Facebook for $2 billion. This is big news in the world of gaming because you have Facebook, who's not traditionally a hardware or video game developing company, organization, business. It's not that traditionally at all. I mean, you do have your social games within Facebook, but those are done by Zynga and things of that nature. So you have this company buying this product, this company for $2 billion that is purely a hardware video game company creator. So that's awesome, and it's questionable in some ways. I think it's questionable because you have Oculus Rift, which I'm rooting for, which I said I was rooting for, which had a Kickstarter, who had people believe in it and donate to it and things of that nature and help it get to the position it's at. And now the people have just, I guess you could say, they've sold out to Facebook who purchased them. It kind of sucks, like, what's going to happen with those people on Kickstarter? Are they going to, when they donated their money, was it a set amount that was the minimum for the price to get it? Was their requirements or their investment met when they got a dev kit, dev kit 1 or dev kit 2? These are questions that come to mind when I think about possibly the things that make me question this decision. Some of the things that I think are positive about this is because Facebook is not solely a game development company. They provide a service. They are I guess you could say a software or internet company. They aren't dependent on the Oculus Rift to survive. So to me, that tells me that they can let Oculus Rift take their time with this, make sure that they have a product that is of quality. They could possibly even hire more people because they will have the backing of Facebook, which is a huge company. They can work on this, fine-tune it, and put out the best product possible. I think that they're going to get a lot of support from Facebook, and I think that this is going to turn out to be a positive, more so than a negative. I will always think in my mind and question some of the things, like I said, whether or not those people that did Kickstarters are going to get they're going to get back what they put into it. And I'm not saying this on a point where they should get some share of the money. They shouldn't get a share of the money. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying is, if you put in money on this, you believe it, and you're promised this, are you going to get that? So I hope that still happens. But I think this is going to ultimately be a good thing for us gamers, and as well as Oculus Rift, Oculus VR. I think it's going to be a good thing. I want to see what happens when this is a year from now. I want to see where we're at and see what has Facebook done to help Oculus VR. So, alright, it's been a bad year for Sony employees on a certain level. Last year they shut off the Sony Vaio. That's being done with. That was last year. I spoke about that in one of my episodes. You could find it on my channel. Now they are laying off a bunch of employees from their European studios. The London studio, Gorilla Cambridge studio, and Evolution studio. All of these studios are losing people, and this has got me questioning the whole thing about what's going on with next gen, or I should say actually current gen. Sony's letting go of all these people. Microsoft people are leaving Microsoft left and right, willy-nilly. It makes me wonder if the AAA big segment of gaming is dying. Is it dwindling? Are people going to lean more towards indie stuff? As I said last week, Mark Whitten, I think it was, left to Sonos, and now you have this going on. Going with this Sony trend, you have Naughty Dog. They just lost Justin Richmond, who was the game director for Uncharted 3 and was going to be the great game director for Uncharted 4. He just left and he went to Riot Games. So I mean, you have these big studios, big corporations, Sony, Microsoft. They're losing people by choice, they're losing people by force, and they're losing people because they're just letting them go. This is something that has me worried about AAA gaming. Myself, that is more of what I play. I'm not a huge indie game player. I play a couple indie games here and there, a handful a year. I'm not huge on that aspect. But the AAA games, it seems to me, they are going to be dying down and dwindling a lot, and it seems like they're doing this at a very rapid pace. So I'm a little worried in that aspect. If you guys have any inside information or any insight that that can help anybody out, let me know down below in the comment section. I'd definitely like to hear your opinion of the situation. Alright, now jumping over to Microsoft. Microsoft and Xbox are saying that they're going to be implementing pretty soon a new reputation system. The people that normally are bad people, bad gamers that you don't want to play with, their reputation is going to go down when they are doing these bad or negative things. Over time, when their reputation status gets too bad, they are not going to be put in parties with you, so you don't have to worry about them. The people that are you're just vomiting homophobic bigotry and all these racial slurs online. Hopefully, if you guys do it the right way, we all do it the right way, and we report these people, we wouldn't have to worry about them anymore. And so I'm hoping that this whole model works to a better degree than it has previously. So some of the aspects of this is if they get their status bar and their bad reputation, they won't be put in parties with you. But if you are in a party with somebody that is bad, and you go in to play a game, you're not going to be allowed to play with people that have good reputations because you're associated in the party chat or whatever you're doing with that one bad player. They're going to take you to his world with all the other bad players, or her world with all the bad players. So that's something to think about, and question your surroundings and who you're playing with. One of the other aspects that they might do, that they're going to be doing with this, is if when you have that bad reputation, they're going to start taking away things from you. And one of those big major things, especially with Xbox One now, is Twitch streaming. Big news coming out of Microsoft and Xbox. I am definitely hoping that this works to a really good degree. I just hope it doesn't get abused. Lord knows that there are times where, there are some people on there that I want to report so bad, but I'm afraid of retaliation. I'm afraid of things of that nature. I'm afraid of somebody just trying to report me because they want to report me. So hopefully they figure out a way to streamline this and allow the people that want to play the games and just have a fun, good time, play the games and have a good time. So hopefully this works, and I got my fingers crossed for this. Alright, now jumping into the nitty-gritty gaming news. Speaking, it's kind of relating to the Xbox Microsoft bad reputation system. Titanfall is now going to be implementing a new system on PC to ban cheaters. I like this. I definitely think this is a good idea. Like as I did with the new reputation system, I think this is a good idea because I can't tell you how many times I've played different games, whether it's Titanfall, Call of Duty, or whatever, that you have people playing the game and you're like, alright, that's not possible by the physics in the game or whatever it may be. How is that possible? And so I appreciate that Titanfall's doing this. The people at Respawn are going to be implementing this system, and it's going to be kicking these cheaters out of the game. So I really like that. I really appreciate that. I'm really excited. Hopefully I could see some kind of benefits to us players that aren't cheating, and maybe my kill count will go up, I guess. The next little portion of news, EA has said that they want to follow the Batman Arkham series model. They want to follow that with all their Star Wars games. They don't necessarily want to make these adaptations of the movies, but they want to look at the core of the Star Wars universe and use that to build their universe. As the Batman Arkham series was based in Arkham City, Gotham City, Arkham Asylum, they want to do that with the universe, build it from its core. I think that's a good idea. I think it's really good to not try to turn a movie into the game when it is something this complex, especially when you got something that's 30 years old and it's been tried so many times and it's failed a lot of times. The only good Star Wars games that I can remember playing are, I guess it was was it Super Star Wars 2, I think it was, back on Super Nintendo, and on the GameCube when it first came out was Rogue Squadron. That was a great game. Hopefully EA can start to bring out these new games that can possibly relate to the movies, but not have to be solely dependent on those movies. I'm hoping that they can make it work and have a very good product come out, just like the Batman Arkham series. Alright guys, so over the last couple weeks we've talked a little bit about Assassin's Creed Unity. That's the new game that's coming out for current gen consoles, Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I also mentioned that there's going to be Assassin's Creed Comet, and that was a pending title, still is a pending title, and that one's going to be for PS3 and Xbox 360. It has been leaked, announced that Assassin's Creed Comet is actually a direct sequel to Black Flag. It's going to be taking place in 1758 in New York, the state of New York. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely excited for this game. I'm happy that they are going to be giving us more Americanized things. I want to see more of New York. I love New York. I want to see that. Regardless of it being in 1758, I want to see this stuff. I've always liked the Assassin's Creed games because of the story, because of the history behind it, because of the characters I meet in the games. I really hope that they can use these two games to build the story and give me an experience that I sadly miss over the last game or so. Details are announced yet as of release date, or if Comet is actually the name, but we can imagine that both of the games, for Unity and Comet, will be coming out in November, October, November, because that's they've been on a yearly basis around that time for the last, I think it's been 5 years now. So I'm looking forward to both of them, and I really hope that they do satisfy my need for that story and moving the story along as a whole. That's it for the video game show this week. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, and suggestions for video games of the week in the comment section down below. Let's have a great conversation this week. We'll see you next time.